Well, hello everyone. Student Meteorologist Brodie Wesson here. We've got a tornado warning that has now been issued moments ago for portions of Lafayette County. Now, earlier we did have a tornado warning back in Lafayette County, but now that has since expired, and now another one has been issued. Calhoun, Lafayette, Yalobusha counties until 8:15. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Water Valley, moving southeast at 30 miles per hour here. And I'll hop on the wall so you can see. And this is encompassing quite a big area. Earlier, they did have a severe thunderstorm warning on this cell, and I'm going to do base velocity. And you can see right in here, just to the north of Water Valley, is where we have that rotation. And basically, when you have the reds and greens close together, that is indicating of some rotation higher up, even low levels, even parts of the mid levels of the atmosphere. This is just going to be just to the south of Taylor. So if you're in Taylor, this is going to stay to the south of you. But if you're in Water Valley, you need to be seeking your safe places right now. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. You want to put on some shoes, take some pillows or a pot or a helmet to put on to protect your head. And then you want to stay away from windows, middle of the house, if that's maybe a bathroom, a closet, things like that. I'm actually going to have radar controls put up over here on the side here. We'll go to storm relative velocity, just another product that we look for in looking for rotation within storms. And you can see just on the county line, just to the north of Water Valley, a smidge north of Water Valley, is where we have that radar picking up on some kind of rotation. You can see it may just have broadened out over here in just past couple minutes. We'll go back to reflectivity, and I will tell you what, if you in Water Valley, between Taylor and Water Valley, you're getting dumped on heavy rain, lightning, maybe some gusty winds, and even I can't rule out some small hail within these storms, as hail today has been quite large. We had some storms earlier in portions of the northwest viewing area that had ping pong to golf ball size hail at times. So we'll go back to velocity and see you still have a little bit of rotation here. I'm going to zoom in closer to Water Valley where we could have some rotation picking up. The radar beam, it's shooting out. But the thing is, once you get near Water Valley, you end up having to kind of make a decision because you're getting in between radar sites out of the Memphis radar site and as far as the Columbus Air Force Base radar site. And you really have to figure out, because you're in between radar sites, so it's kind of hard to see it sometimes because the radar beam is shooting up so high within the storm. And then we'll go back to base velocity and we'll see you still have just near campground. I'll zoom in a little bit for you on that one, just on top of campground. So if you're in campground to Water Valley, you need to be seeking your shelter at this time. Even Pine Valley to Banner also needs to be seeking their safe place as this storm moves off to the south and east. And we'll kind of put it over here. If you're in Shepherd, you need to be seeking your safe place at this time. Remember, put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Let me pull back radar controls over here. And as you can see, you still have a little bit of rotation right here between Jones Crossing to campground to Water Valley. And you get those red and greens together. That's indicating of some little bit of rotation here. You can see it just refreshed over Water Valley. And that is when we have some rotation between the mid-levels, low levels of the atmosphere. Well, good news is it's not producing a tornado. We'll check debris signature here in just a second. But good news is no tornado on the ground. I'm not seeing anything. That's probably just ground clutter, maybe some hail that is in that storm. And then as that storm continues to move off. So that's reflectivity. It is pouring buckets. If you're in Water Valley to campground, to Paris, to Banner, it's pouring buckets out there. And then we'll go back to reflectivity, or back to velocity. We'll get some roads on here as well. So let me zoom in a little bit closer to you. So if you're in Lafayette Street to West Lee Street, I would be seeking your safe place at this time. This storm is on top of you right now. If you're in Lafayette Street and West Lee Street, just to the south of Campground and just near Water Valley. So if you're in Water Valley to Campground, you should have already been to your safe place now because you've had a couple minutes to get to your safe place. Remember, between many walls between you and the outside is possible. We'll continue to go along to see. That's really hard to see. I'll have to zoom out a little bit. But again, regardless, tornado warning goes until, I think 8 o'clock. Let me check the timing on that tornado warning for you guys and see how long till the tornado warning goes. It goes until 8:15 for Calhoun, Lafayette, Yalobusha counties until 8:15. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Water Valley, moving southeast at 23 miles per hour. And you know what I'll do? I'll draw a storm track for you guys and see who's in line when this storm could impact you first. So we'll got to see, you can see more of the county or the warning polygon. And we'll give you some more cities who needs to be seeking shelter at this time because of this tornado warning. And that includes Paris, the Pine Valley, the Benwood, the Shepherd, Velma. You all guys need to be seeking your safe place. If you're in Cornish, this is just to the southwest of you, and this will move to the southwest of you. So you're fine in Cornish. If you're in Thaxton, this will move off to the south and west of you. Banner, Bruce, Shepherd, and just to the north and west of Pittsboro, you need to be seeking shelter at this time. A tornado warning until 8:15. And you can see a little bit of broad rotation right there between Campground and Water Valley. And we'll draw a storm track. See who is this going to get the worst of this weather, and when can you guys impact it. So we'll go ahead and do this storm track for you. So just stay with me. We'll do moving southeast at 30 miles per hour. Okay. We'll move that over. All right, so Water Valley, if you're in Water Valley, the storm's on top of you. 7:33 is your time of arrival when this storm could impact you guys. Pine Valley at 7:51 to Pittman at 8:07. This storm will be impacting you. Shepherd at 8:11 and Bounds at 8:15. This will move off to the south and east at 30 miles per hour. Tornado warning for Calhoun County, Lafayette County, and Yalobusha County until 8:15, moving out to the southeast. You still see a little bit of broad rotation. We'll actually turn on our shear rate. And basically what our shear rate does is it helps us depict where the strongest winds are within the storm. And I'll actually clear this off for you guys. And excuse me. And then we'll get into the shear rate. And not much. Actually, let's look at it from the Columbus radar site. You see, what happens is once you get into over here near Pineville and Bruce, because you're in between radar sites, and it's kind of hard to see because that radar beam is shooting so high up in the ground. And sometimes you just kind of have to go with your gut on some things. And let's see, hey, you still got a little bit of rotation near Campground in Water Valley. But let me see if it's better to go off this. Yeah. This is actually from the Memphis radar. We'll zoom in to where some of these towns and streets are and where you live, if you could be impacted by this tornado, especially if you live in Water Valley. So Water Valley, ours should have been your safe place. It looks like that is Panola Street. You need to be in your safe place. Actually zoom in a little bit more clear out here. Get more streets and more towns and more cities on for you guys to see when this tornado warning could pop up. So West Street to Haynes Street, Walnut Street, Hill Street. If I'm naming your road, you need to be seeking shelter this time because a possible tornado could be in the process of forming, or maybe a wall cloud or something like that. Panola Street down to Pate Street to Leonard Street, the Hazel Drive, the Cecil Street, Blunt Street, Hunt Lane. Let's see, that's Blackman Drive to Stevens Street. Sorry if I mispronounced that. But as we continue to go on, we'll kind of zoom out And we'll show you the big picture right now. We're quiet across a lot of portions of our viewing area right now. It's really confined just to the north and west of our coverage area into parts of Calhoun, Lafayette, and Yalobusha counties. And you can see Golden Triangle, Starkville, Columbus, we're quiet. And if we're not talking about you, that's a good thing. We got a few showers up into Monroe County, Itawamba County, Lee County. But really the story of the moment right now is Yalobusha, Lafayette, and Calhoun County for a tornado warning until 8:15. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado at 7:23 was near Water Valley and moving to the southeast at 30 miles per hour. So we'll go back in this storm. We'll get more analysis of this storm and see if it's weakening, is it tightening up. Sometimes these storms, they play their own games and they have their own minds. And what they'll do sometimes is they will weaken and then they'll recycle and then re-strengthen. That's what happened earlier with this storm as it moved off to the south and east. It got near Taylor and weakened, and so they were able to cancel the tornado warning for Lafayette County and parts of Panola County. Well, then it had its own mind and said, you know what, I want to re-strengthen. And so that's when that prompted another warning. You still got a little bit of radar couplet of some velocity near or some rotation within the storm just south of Water Valley, just south of Taylor. If you're in Taylor, we can go ahead and give you an all clear. This storm has moved off to your south and west. You can come out of your safe place, but you're still, if you're in if you're in Bruce, the Pittsboro, I would still stay in your safe place just in case. I know the rotation is not very strong at the moment, but it don't take very much for these storms to wrap up quickly and produce a possible tornado. We'll go back to another product that we have here called storm relative velocity. It's basically the same thing, but it just helps us measure the wind. You see, kind of really broad near Water Valley. And like I said, we're now getting into the kind of the gap of radar coverage between the Memphis radar and the Columbus Air Force Base radar. So actually, we'll see if we can switch on the Columbus Base radar and see if we get any better view of this storm from the Columbus Air Force Base radar. Yeah, well, and maybe a little bit. And sometimes what it happens is you get these shear markers to pop up, and basically anytime we see a shear marker, that is, a tornado is almost imminent. But I will say this, because we are so away from the radar, this radar beam is, measuring thousands of feet up, so it could give sometimes almost like a false return back because we're looking so high up in the storm from the original radar site all the way in parts of Monroe to Lowndes County. So we'll go back to Memphis radar because I think that's the best radar to look at right now with this storm. And they're still continuing this tornado warning for portions of Calhoun, Lafayette, and Yalobusha County at 8:15. Right now, if you're in Water Valley, you're getting hammered on by rain. It is pouring buckets out there, lots of lightning, probably some pea-sized hail at times, nearing quarter size at times is what it's occurring right now, probably in Water Valley. And Bruce, you're about to get in it. Pittsboro, you're about to get in it as well. If you're in Coffeyville, all the action is just to the north of you, and that's a good thing. We don't want to be talking about Coffeyville, but this storm will also move out to the south and east. So you may have a little bit of rain toward Coffeyville, but nothing severe at this moment for our friends in Coffeyville. The main concern is for areas in this red polygon right here. Bruce, I know Pittsboro, you're not in the official tornado warning, but I would be ready to go to your safe place just in case if this thing kind of wrapped up very quickly and they needed to extend this tornado warning into parts, parts of the other county. Pine Valley, you need to be in your safe place. The Benwood, the Shepherd, the Bruce, Banner. If I'm calling your name or your city, you need to be seeking shelter at this time because of a tornado warning that has been issued. We'll check correlation coefficient, just another product that we have here at Mississippi State that kind of says, hey, is this just rain and maybe some leaves, or is this 2x4s, insulation, things like that? And whenever you have those yellows, the blues, that's indicating of maybe some debris. And I think that's really ground clutter just near Pine Valley, So that is some good news. We don't want to see any blues on there because then that will be a confirmed tornado. But right now, base velocity over Water Valley, still broad. It's nothing strong, and it's nothing to not take of a note. It's definitely there. We do have some kind of rotation just near Water Valley. Moving on to the southeast, Pine Valley, it's about to be on top of you within the next couple minutes. So heads up for you in Pine Valley, you should be in your safe place. This storm is could produce a tornado, and it'll be moving to you probably in the next, I would say, give it 3, 5, 7 minutes, and this storm will be on top of you. Banner, you also need to be in your safe place. Paris, I know you're in the official warning, Paris, but I think this storm is going to stay to the southwest of you. So I think Paris, you're good. Stay in your safe place for just a minute or two. Let this storm kind of continue to move off to the south and east before we can give you an all clear in Paris. Cornish, you're fine. This storm is staying to the south and east of you as well. And then Banner, like I said, and then Ellard, you also need to be in your safe place because this storm could impact you here in a moment. Bruce as well. The Shepherd also needs to be in your safe place. So we'll check another radar product we have here, and we will get my mouse and take radar controls. Give me just a second, guys. We'll go to our Barren button. And basically, excuse me, our Barren button can tell us that there's heavy rain, hail, and this radar is indicating some hail. So I'll pixel query this, see what kind of hail we have here. So you have 1.5 inches to nearing 2 inches in diameter at times. So this could be anything from golf balls to ping pong balls at times, nearing that 2-inch mark of hail. And that's just another product. So if you're in Water Valley, you may be getting some quarter-sized, the golf ball sized hail at times. And that is because of this storm as well. The tornado threat has almost moved off away from you in Water Valley. We'll go back to velocity and we'll check it again. Yeah, it's still broad, but it's still something there we need to know. So in Pine Valley, you need to be in your safe place as well. Ellard, the Banner, the Bruce, the Shepherd, and Benwood, all in this needs to be in your safe places. Again, tornado warning continues for Yallabusha, Calhoun, and Lafayette counties till 8:15. A storm capable of producing a tornado was located near Water Valley, moving to the southeast at 30 miles per hour. We'll draw another storm track on for this for you and see, who could be impacted with this storm later down the road as well. So let's draw that storm track. We'll be moving to the east at 30 miles per hour. Calhoun City, this is just going to stay up to the north of you as of right now, but I wouldn't let your guard down if you're in Calhoun City to Big Creek, Bounds, Vardaman. All need to be watching the storm, as this could potentially bring a severe thunderstorm warning, even possible tornado warning for parts of your area. So we'll draw this storm track going southeast at 30 miles per hour. And I almost had to go with the screen. But you get the idea. Moving off to the southeast, about 25-30 miles per hour. So we want to go ahead and give that heads up time when this storm can impact you guys. Valley at 7:53, within the next less than 10 minutes, this storm will be on top of you at Pine Valley. Benwood at 8:10, the Pittman at 8:10, Shepherd at 8:15. And then if this continues along and holds its strength, Bounds at 8:19 to 8:23 at retreat. So then the storm is continuing to move out to the south and east. It's got a bit of broad rotation just to the southeast of Water Valley, and that's what ended up prompting this tornado warning from the National Weather Service office at Memphis. They saw it had enough rotation on it to issue a tornado warning, so you guys have enough time to seek shelter as well. We'll clear that off. There we go. And we'll actually do a kind of a big picture view right now. And let me clear that storm track off for you guys so you can see. Let me clear that off. Give me just 1 second, guys. There we go. And the counties that you see highlighted in that green color, that's an aerial flood watch that has been issued. And basically, that is for Monroe County and northward, so just north of Highway 82. and that goes all the way up in the North Mississippi and western Tennessee. Now that pinkish purple color that you see highlighted on the map, that is a severe thunderstorm watch, and that goes to 11 o'clock tonight. Hail up to golf ball to ping pong ball size hail at times, gusty winds 60, 70 miles per hour, and then frequent lightning, maybe an isolated tornado too. As you can see, we've got a tornado warning with that cell near Water Valley. So that's kind of the big picture. Quiet and starful to Columbus, the Vernon. You got some showers just north of Vernon into parts of Marion County, Alabama, into parts of Monroe County. Just to the, I would say almost near Tupelo to just to the south of Tupelo, some light showers. And now actually change radar sites so you can get some better picture of the showers near Tupelo and parts of Monroe County. Nothing severe with that, and that is good news. We like to see that. If we're not talking about you, that is some really good news. Yeah, maybe just a little bit of rain activity, some sprinkles here and there. So I like to call this nuisance rain. Gonna make you flip your windshield wipers on once or twice, and then it stopped. And you're like, I think I gotta turn them on again. Over the overall quiet in northeast Mississippi, it's just the one focus area is for parts of Calhoun, Lafayette, and Yalobusha counties until 8:15 with that tornado warning. We'll go back to velocity, and we'll get back into the storm for portions of Yalobusha, Lafayette, and Calhoun counties, and we'll actually see if we need to change radar sites. Okay, well, yeah, I think we'll stick with this radar. Let's check out of Memphis. Okay, so probably best bet to go with Columbus. So what happens is when you are, actually, that will need a, once you get into, places like Oxford, to Water Valley, to Pine Valley, you're in a kind of a radar hole or radar gap, I would say. And that is because you're in between two radar sites. You're in between the radar site in Memphis and then the radar site near the Air Force Base here in Columbus. And kind of what happens is you get in a little hole, or radar gap as we like to call it here in the meteorology world. And sometimes it can be hard to see the velocity scan. So sometimes you just have to go off with your gut and see, because the radar beams are shooting so high up in the storm. And that could sometimes, you let the radar fool you once and you could be seeing a tornado. Let's check that. I heard something from the National Weather Service. Hearing baseball-sized hail just reported to the northeast of Water Valley. So baseball-sized hail at times falling with this storm near Water Valley. Let me just say, guys, I'm going to get a sip of water. All right. So this they are continuing the tornado warning. Let's see. Continue the tornado warning. Just 741, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 7 miles east of Velma, or 7 miles southeast of Water Valley, moving off to the southeast at 34 miles per hour. And that is continuing for Calhoun, Lafayette, and Yalobusha counties. So we'll go back in the storm, and actually, let me see. Because, like I said, we're in this radar gap zone, so we're trying to figure out if it's best to look at it from Columbus or, yeah, probably the best bet now would be Columbus. All right, so they're continuing the tornado warning for Calhoun, Yalobusha, and Lafayette counties until 8:15. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado 7 miles just to the southeast, of Water Valley. So impact, if you're in this red polygon, to Bruce, the Pine Valley, to Pittsburgh, you need to be seeking your safe place. Water Valley, you're almost out of the clear. We can almost clear you from this tornado warning. If you're in Oxford, Ole Miss, places like that, this is way to the south of you. So you are fine if you're in Oxford or at University of Ole Miss. That's some good news. But if you're just to the north of Calhoun City, this storm is off to kind of the northwest of you. You'll need to pay attention if you're in Pittsburgh or Calhoun County, or Calhoun City, I should say, because this storm could keep its intensification or maybe re-strengthen at times and could impact you guys further along in Calhoun County. So again, tornado warning continues. We'll go to another product here. We'll actually go to reflectivity. And you can see heavy, heavy rain all the way from Water Valley just to the north of Bruce. But you got a new radar scan here, so we'll check velocity here in just a second. But again, heavy, heavy rain to Water Valley just north of Bruce. As you can see, we've almost got a curvature, and that's almost like a supercell characteristic look that we study here in meteorology, is how these storms look. And this storm earlier definitely had a supercell characteristic to it, but not as well defined as of right now. So with that new radar scan, let's see if we got how the rotation looks with this. We'll go back to base velocity. And still got a little bit of rotation just to the southeast of Water Valley, moving on to the southeast at 30 miles per hour. We'll check another one that we have, storm relative velocity. And still a little bit of rotation, but kind of in the broader span of things, broader picture. And let's go to another one called shear rate. And shear rate basically just helps us define where these stronger winds are. And you see you got a little bit of stronger winds right in there. We really look for, with the shear rate that we use, kind of look for an S shape. A lot of the times that is indicative of a tornado that's about to form, and then we'll see a shear marker pop on, and then usually when those things pop on, tornadoes almost imminent within the next few minutes. But we're almost at the bottom of the hour here, about 10 minutes away from the bottom of the hour. So we'll take a big reset here as we approach 7:50. 10 minutes away from the top of the hour. We've got, I'm student meteorologist Brodie Wesson joining you for a tornado warning for Calhoun, Yalobusha, and Lafayette counties until 8:15. Storm capable of producing a tornado was located 7 miles to the southeast of Water Valley, moving off to the southeast at 30 miles per hour. Golden Triangle, we're quiet, we're fine. That's good news. We don't want to be talking about you. If we're talking about you, that's an issue. If we're not talking about you, that's a good thing. Areas that you see in green here, that's a flash, or that's an aerial flood watch, mainly for counties along US, or just north of the US 82 corridor, to Lee County, to Monroe, Itawamba, parts of Tishomingo County, places like that. And then in this kind of pinkish purple county toward Eupora, Winona, Grenada, Coffeyville, that's a severe thunderstorm watch that the nation's Storm Prediction Center has issued at Norman, Oklahoma. And that is because we could have hail up to quarter size, ping pong ball, even golf ball size hail at times. We had a report earlier near Water Valley of baseball size hail. And then you could have some gusty winds, 60 to 70 miles per hour as well. But let's get into the storm of the moment. The issue that we're on is because there's one tornado warning for parts of Yalobusha, Lafayette, and Calhoun counties. And now that you zoom in, we'll zoom into that storm and see if it's weakening, is it getting any stronger, things like that. So let's zoom into the storm just near Water Valley. Excuse me. And we'll check velocity. Do a couple things here. Check a couple things behind the scenes that I'm looking at. Okay, well, that's good. All right, and we'll first start with rotation. You know, the rotation is not as strong. I think what they're going to end up doing, I think this is a good call. I think the National Weather Service out of Memphis is going to let this warning kind of ride itself out. They're not going to cancel it early or anything. I think they're just going to let it ride itself out until this warning expires itself out, because they just want to be on the safe side in case this kind of tries to re-strengthen back up. But you can see a little bit of rotation just to the southeast of Water Valley, just to the northeast of Coffeyville. Now, Coffeyville, you're not in a tornado warning, it's a thunderstorm warning, you're fine. It's almost probably just a little bit of sprinkles, a little bit of rain here and there. And at Coffeyville, it's more towards your northeast, just to the southeast of Water Valley. And if you're in Water Valley, we can go ahead and give you an all clear. You can come out of your safe place in Water Valley. But if you're in Bruce, the Pine Valley, you need to be seeking your safe place. Have already been in your safe place. Remember, put them in these walls between you and the outside as possible. You want to take a helmet or a cooking pot or some pillows to put over your head to protect your head, because statistics have shown with tornadoes, and if they end up producing a tornado on the ground, a lot of injuries that we have is to the head. So we want to protect our head. We want to take our entire bodies, put on some shoes as well just in case a tornado hits. You're not walking on 2x4s with nails in it with no shoes. So make sure you have some shoes on. Maybe if you got the kids with you, take the iPad with you, kind of keep them calm and safe during the storm as well. And you've got your local television on. You're watching us here at Mississippi State as this tornado warning continues to track off to the southeast at 30 miles per hour. So again, this rotation is just to the southeast of Water Valley, moving off to the southeast at 30 miles per hour. So if you're in Bruce, the Pine Valley, you need to be seeking your safe place. And I'll just zoom in so we can get some more towns on here, some more cities. And if you're in this tornado polygon, we can let you know so you can seek shelter as well. So let's zoom in closer, get as many streets and names on here as possible. Pine Valley, the storm is basically on top of you. If you live in Pine Valley at this time, you need to be seeking your safe place. I'll take controls over here. Just give me just a minute, guys. I'll hop back on the wall. Okay. Pine Valley, to Bruce, to Shepherd, to Ellard, to Banner, you all need to be seeking your safe place, as well as Benwood. Now, Bounds, you're officially not in this tornado warning, but you're kind of right on the cusp. But I would be ready to move to your safe place if you live in Bounds or just to Retreat or Pittsboro. You're just on the cusp. I would be ready to move to your safe place if that warning is continued on into portions of the county. Just on top of Pine Valley right now is where that rotation is. You've probably got gusty winds. It's probably pouring buckets out there if you live in Pine Valley or anywhere to Banner, to Paris, to Water Valley. Maybe got some quarter-size to ping pong ball size hail at times. We had a report earlier out of Water Valley of baseball-sized hail. That will do some damage, guys. Just let that sink in for a minute. Baseball-sized hail falling out of the sky, that can definitely do some damage, car damage, roof damage, things like that. So you want to be inside. You should have already been inside because we had a severe thunderstorm warning issued. And then you definitely want to be inside because of this tornado warning that has now been issued and that is now continuing until 8:15. So Pine Valley, storm is on top of you, moving to the southeast at 15 or at 30 miles per hour. We're checking another product we have here called Shear Rate, and kind of helps us where to find the stronger winds. You maybe get a little bit some stronger winds just near Pine Valley and on top of Pine Valley, and that is good news. We're not seeing those maroon colors, things like that, or even some yellow colors, meaning extreme winds and even definitely some stronger rotation at that. We'll check the Barron button and see if we have any hail. Yeah, you definitely got some hail just near on top of Pine Valley. Definitely probably golf ball size, the ping pong ball size hail at times on top of or near Pine Valley. If you're in Shepherd to Benwood to Bounds and you're watching at, hey, maybe you want to move the car in the carport or into the garage. You got a few minutes. So if you want to do that, go ahead and do that now, because eventually this storm is going to be on top of you and possibly bring in some hailstones, ping pong ball size, golf ball size, even quarter size as well. Because technically the severe thunderstorm warning has ended, but you still have up to possibly ping pong ball size hail possible within this storm along Banner. Think the hail is just going to miss you, and that's a good thing. We don't want any hail damage out of these storms, but I would say even Pittsburgh, if you want to move the car in, you got a few more minutes to do that just in case this storm continues to hold its tail core. And what it's doing with this storm is the hail is just going up and down within the storm. We as meteorologists call it the updraft. And basically it just goes up and down within the storm, and eventually gravity wins out and it falls to the ground. Then that's when you can get ping pong ball quarter size. Sometimes, a lot of the times in the Great Plains, you see softball size hail with some of these storms. Luckily, we don't have softball size hail, but we did have a report earlier out of Water Valley with baseball size hail out of Water Valley. That will definitely do some damage, car damage, roof damage, things like that. So let's check back. We'll go back to reflectivity and show you how it is pouring out there within this storm. Banner, you're starting to get on the heavy rain. To Ellard, you're starting to get in the heavy rain. Bruce as well. And Pine Valley, it's probably raining sheets right now. You're probably, I hope you're not looking outside because you should be in your tornado warning safe place. But it's probably raining sheets out there and parts of Pine Valleys. This storm is really on top of you as it continues to move off. Campground in Water Valley, you're fine. You can come out of your safe place. This storm has passed you, and that's good. Paris, we can go ahead and give you the all clear as well, because this storm is just to the south of you. But if you're still in Banner, to Ellard, to Shepherd's, to Bruce, Bounds, Benwood, Retreat, I would say even Pittsboro, need to be in your safe place, or if you're especially in Retreat to Pittsboro, be ready to move to your safe place in case this tornado warning is expanded, continuing on to the south and east. Calhoun City, you're fine as well. This storm is just off to the north and west of you, but still watch it just in case that hail core continues, or in case we have another tornado warning for portions of that area. Back to velocity, we got a new radar scan in, and we'll see how this storm is looking based off radar. And you still got a little bit of rotation, but it's kind of broadening out, weakening out. And that's some good news. We want to see that. We don't want to see some bright reds to bright greens touch, and that will cause trouble. Good news is just some weak rotation just to the south now of Pine Valley as it continues to move off. It's almost really on the western side of this polygon. Velma, I know you're probably on the cusp of this tornado warning. You're fine in Velma. This storm is just to the east of as it continues to move off. But right now, tornado warning continues till 8:15 for Calhoun, Yalobusha, and Lafayette counties. It's a storm capable of producing a tornado located 7 miles to the southeast of Water Valley and moving off to the southeast at 30 miles per hour. So let's go back and look at another radar product that we have here at Mississippi State. We'll actually go back to reflectivity. Again, you can see within that black, we could have some hail. Let's actually check to see if we have any hail with this storm. Go to our Bayron button. And definitely probably got some golf ball to ping pong ball size hail falling near Water Valley or just to the south of Water Valley. I'd say maybe 1 mile just to the south of Water Valley. So if you're in Water Valley, it's too late. Can't move the car into the garage because you should have done that 10 minutes ago. But if you're in Benwood to Shepherd to Bruce, I would definitely, if you want to move your car into the garage, you got a few more minutes, so you better do it now and hurry before waiting too late and this storm eventually be on top of you guys. So you again want to be in your safe place if you're in the areas shaded in this red polygon here, this tornado warning. Day 15, you want to put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Maybe that's a closet or a bathroom, or even if you got a FEMA storm shelter underground or in your basement. A basement's another option, great to have to be in for a tornado warning. You don't want to be in the kitchen cooking dinner, or maybe, a lot of the times, or if you live in apartments, you don't want to be on the 3rd or 4th floor. If you live in apartments, you want to make friends with your friends on the lower level, because we want you as far to the ground or far close to the ground as possible. It's kind of opposite. Hurricanes, we say go higher up. But with tornadoes, we want you to get as close to the ground as possible. And really, if you're driving in this, maybe driving home from work, got off work a little late, or you were scheduled to get off at 8 o'clock, I would not be driving right now. I'd pull over at a gas station, Dollar General. There's like 90 of them within like 1 mile of each other. So you can get a Dollar General, gas station, Chick-fil-A, something like that, and seek shelter in that. You don't want to be under an underpass or overpass, let's just say, because what happens with those is those become wind tunnels, hence is the wind, and it's a bad recipe. So don't want to be under a overpass. You also, and if you're driving and you're like, I don't see a gas station or don't see a Dollar General or someplace I could pull off to, it's statistically actually says you're safer in a ditch than you are under an overpass. So pull over if you can't find anywhere and get into a ditch. Maybe use your purse or something to cover your head and protect your head. But you definitely don't want to be under an overpass if you're out driving in this. And I tell you, if you're driving in this, probably visibility has basically almost zero visibility out here with these raining sheets of rain near Banner to Ellard to Bruce to Shepherd and Pine Valley. Pine Valley, we can almost give you an all clear. With this storm, because it's about to move off to the south and east of you, and actually check with the National Weather Service, see what their plans are with this tornado warning. Are they going to let it go till 8:15, or are they going to go ahead and cancel it? So just give me just a second, check some things behind the scene of this tornado warning. Excuse me. And we got some reports of some quarter-sized hail in Yalobusha County near Banner. So, Banner, you're in that tornado warning. We now have gotten some reports of quarter-sized hail falling within this storm. So they canceled Lafayette County. This storm is continuing for Calhoun County and Lafayette County until 8:15. At 8:01, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Bruce, or 18 miles southeast of Water Valley, moving off to the southeast at 30 miles per hour. So we'll go back into this storm located near Bruce, and we'll zoom back in. We'll kind of get you some more towns and stuff. While I'm here at the radar computer, we'll drive. We'll put a storm track on here so you know when the storm could be impacting you. And that is, okay, they say it's near Bruce. So we'll actually draw that storm track for you. We'll be moving at the southeast. We'll go back right here near Shepherd at 30. I want to move out, so I want to zoom out to get some more towns and stuff like that on here. We'll draw this over here. Okay, that works. So Calhoun City, 829. Durham, you also need to be in your safe place at this time. And Durham will be impacting you guys around 8:32. Bentley at 8:51. Atlanta, 8:56. And then, I don't even know how to pronounce those things. But moving out to the south and east at 30 miles per hour. I kind of did it on the southern end of this storm and give you some more lead time and some more cities and towns to pop on here. So if you're watching in places like Calhoun City to Bentley, you have just enough time to get into your safe place at the moment with this tornado warning continuing. And it looks like what they're going to end up doing is they're going to let this tornado warning kind of ride itself out, go until 8:15. And I think that's a good call, just in case if it tries to re-strengthen. But guys, I really don't see anything really in the way of rotation with this thunderstorm. So we'll zoom in, kind of put velocity back on. Yeah, I'm just not seeing really much in the way of anything on velocity, and that is good news. We don't want to see any bright reds or bright greens with this storm. Yeah, it's just maybe near between Ellard and Bruce. And we got another update from the National Weather Service in. And what they're going to end up doing, so just go ahead and give you a heads up, actually, they're going to issue a severe thunderstorm warning downstream. I think that's a good call. And this is going to be for Calhoun, Chickasaw counties, and there you go, it pops on the screen now, until... This time goes until 8:45, so severe thunderstorm warning. But we do want to note that this storm has a tornado tag, possible tag on it. Anytime we see that, as us as meteorologists, that kind of gives us a heads up. Hey, it says, hey, this storm could rotate and produce a tornado any minute. So we don't have enough confidence to issue us a tornado warning. We're going to issue a severe thunderstorm warning, just in case with a tornado tag possible. And that's what they went ahead and did. As you can see, that polygons now came on the screen. That's in the orange area, or orange shaded area. That's a severe thunderstorm warning for Calhoun and Chickasaw counties until 8:45. As this tornado warning kind of moves, kind of this weekend, but there's still a potential for a tornado, so they're keeping that tornado tag possible on there as the storm continues to move off to the south and east at 30 miles per hour. So what we'll do here, we'll go back to reflectivity, kind of do a big zoom out picture real quick, and then we'll let you guys go and enjoy the rest of your evening. Again, if you are in that severe thunderstorm warning polygon, you need to continue your normal activities, but I would highly recommend having ways to receive weather alerts just in case a tornado warning is issued further downstream and you're already prepared, you're ready to go in case another tornado warning has issued. And let's go back to the bigger picture. We'll zoom out to see all of our friends in our viewing area here in northeast Mississippi. So we'll zoom in, or zoom out, I should say. And basically, the severe thunderstorm warning is in orange, and the tornado warning that is soon fixing to go away for portions of Lafayette and Calhoun counties and Yalobusha counties to 8:15. The area shaded in green, that's a flood watch that goes until, I think, tomorrow for potential for some heavy rain. And that's mainly just north of US 82, so Lee to Pontotoc to Monroe counties, to Wamba counties, and places toward the Tennessee state line into portions of western Tennessee. The areas you see shaded here in pink, that's the severe thunderstorm watch the National Storm Prediction Center has issued for some damaging winds, 60, 70 miles per hour. A tornado or two cannot be ruled out. As you can see, we had a tornado warning tonight. Well, this is our second tornado warning tonight here in northeast Mississippi. And then hail up to ping pong ball to golf ball size hail at times within these storms. So that's why our western counties are shaded in that pinkish purplish area, because that's a severe thunderstorm watch. What they may end up doing is the National Weather Service out of Jackson may need to add Clay, Oktibbeha, and Lowndes County into the severe thunderstorm watch. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see this, especially because of this windstorm here in portions of Calhoun and Chickasaw counties, and portions of Yalobusha County. So they may end up doing this. If you're in Lowndes County to Clay County to Oktibbeha County, if you're here in Starkville, here on Mississippi State's campus, staying here for the summer, you may get an alert a little bit later of a severe thunderstorm watch for your county. And I think that might be a decision that could be needed later on, especially if this tornado warning continues on further down the road. But again, quiet. A lot of the areas are quiet. Really, the main storm of the moment is in portion just to the southeast of Water Valley, where we did have a tornado warning. Basically, they're about to let this tornado warning go in here in 4 minutes. So at 8:15, they're going to let this tornado warning go, and then let a severe thunderstorm warning take place with a tornado attack possible. So if you're in Calhoun County to Chickasaw County, I would definitely stay weather aware, just in case another tornado warning has popped up for portions of your area. So quiet right now. That's a windstorm of the moment. For right now, I'm student meteorologist Brodie Wesson. Hope you have a great rest of your Friday evening. If you're heading to Memorial Day, traveling anywhere, stay safe. Enjoy your weekend. Oh, you're actually 3-day weekend. Sorry. Yeah, I think. Some of you had 4-day weekends. Most everybody has 3-day weekends. So stay safe. Stay weather aware tonight, especially if you live along US 82 and northward into portions of northeast Mississippi. Stay weather aware in case a warning or two pops up. But good news is the trend is quiet. We just got to get this windstorm out of here. For myself, I'm student meteorologist Brodie Wesson. Hope you have a great rest of your evening and enjoy your Memorial Day weekend.